Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? This your boy, Big Hulk. Welcome to another episode of My Perspective Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in with me for another episode. First off, I want to apologize for my 2 week hiatus. And been going through a lot. Just finished up my first book. It is complete. It'll be out August 22nd. Check me out on Amazon. The ebook will be out on August 22nd, this Friday. And the paperback edition will be out on August 26th, which is the following Tuesday, next week from today. And do me a favor, pick up a copy of my book. Name of the book is called Lessons Love Left Behind by yours truly. And it's a book about uh, my relationship with my late fiance. She suddenly died, tragically all of a sudden. And, it's just me telling giving a synopsis of our 3 year relationship, and just want to honor her memory, honor her legacy, but also share the lessons I learned, the love she left behind. In the relationship, we just be in it, we just be immersed in it. But I know for me, I wasn't picking up what she was putting down while we were in the relationship. We had a love like no other. Um, our love was effortless and seamless. We was friends, we was lovers. She had the it factor. She was an amazing woman. However, I was going through a lot when we met. Um, just didn't know exactly what I had. But when I realized what I had, and began to get, myself together and be the man she desired me to be, life happened. When life happened, she got tired. She chose to give up the fight. So I just chronicled the story the best I could from my memory, nonfiction, no fluff, no frills. But it's also, not only is it a memoir, it's also a self-help book as well. So check it out, get your copy. It releases Friday, ebook, paperback releases Tuesday the 26th. Do me a favor and grab your copy. Let's get it. Thank you so much for tuning in with me again. Like I said, man, I appreciate you. There's nothing like me coming on the podcast every week from the comfort of my mobile studio and just giving you nuggets and gems from my perspective, and of course, primarily from my perspective, but also just stories that I share, give you snippets of stories I share from my past experiences. You know what I'm saying? The good, the bad, and the ugly. Very transparent. Um, I try not to hold nothing back. I leave a little bit to the imagination. Can't tell you everything. Everything ain't made for TV. However, I try to give you just enough, just to make you, provoke your thought, get you to see things from a different perspective. And that's it. But take what I say with a grain of salt, because I ain't God, I ain't perfect. Matter of fact, I teach and I talk about things because I failed a lot. I wish I could be one of these great gurus and influencers who have just been perfect. But the truth of the matter is, none of us are perfect. Failure is what makes you great. Your failures are the very thing that make you great, are the very thing that make you successful. So don't get so discouraged when you fall short of a goal. And just dust yourself back off, get back in the lab, learn from your mistakes, and try it again. And guess what? You're gonna get better and better and better each time. Your favorite rapper ain't perfect. Your favorite rapper perfected his craft by failing, by messing up, by tripping and falling. Your favorite athlete, same thing. Your favorite singer, the same thing. Your favorite motivational speaker, the same thing. The same thing. Failure breeds success. Stumbling and falling creates success. You got to remember that. And failure ain't failure, it's feedback. Only time you consider yourself a failure is when you quit and give up on your dream, on your destiny. But as long as you keep fighting, you're never failing. You're just learning. You got to remember that. You got to remember that. But take what I say with a grain of salt, um, because man, we all human. We all flawed. We all have our um, good traits and our bad traits. And sometimes our bad get the best of us. Sometimes our good get the best of us. That's called life. But the more you work at perfecting your craft, the more you work at personally developing, becoming the best version of yourself you can be, the more you can control your emotions, control your actions, and create that discipline and that structure you need for a more successful and more prosperous life. That's just it. But we're gonna talk about something today that it's just been on my heart for a while. It's off the dome. It's just from the heart, impromptu. Um, we're gonna talk about the beauty and the value of having the right partner, the right significant other, the right girlfriend, the right boyfriend, the right husband, the right wife, etc. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't let nobody deceive you. Don't let nobody manipulate you into thinking that there's such thing as a self-made individual. That's the furthest thing from the truth. That's the furthest thing from the truth. Excuse me, turn my phone on. My apologies. But yeah, that's the furthest thing from the truth. I hear people come on these podcasts and I see videos and YouTubes and shorts and reels and things like that. And they boast and brag and say, "Oh, I'm a self-made millionaire." Every time I hear it, never. That's the first thing I say. Lies. I might put a couple of expletives in there and let you know like it's not the truth. There's no such thing as a self-made anything. Only self-created being is the Most High. Is the Most High. Man was created by the Most High. So Adam ain't self-made. Adam was made by God. Eve was made from Adam. Then from that time forward, if you believe the story of the Bible, Adam and Eve procreated. There's no such thing as self-made. Even when it comes to success. When you become successful, guess what happens? When you become successful, you had to personally develop to become successful, right? And when you became what you desired, guess what? The law of attraction kicked in. Because you are in a different space, a different headspace, a different frame of mind, and you have a success mindset, and you begin to walk and talk as a successful person, you begin to attract successful people to you. And the more you attract successful people to you, they begin to pour into you, giving you information, giving you wisdom, giving you nuggets, giving you job opportunities, giving you speaking engagements, giving you um, business ideas, giving you opportunities to be a part of their business plan and their business ideas. That's called attraction. There's no such thing as a self-made anything. Everybody who's successful, they learn from somebody. Even if you learn from AI, even if you learn from books and videos and lectures, you learn from somebody. You didn't get the information on your own. You didn't get that money by yourself. You didn't get that success by yourself. You didn't train by yourself. You didn't study. You probably studied by yourself, but you studied from information that came from someone else. There's no such thing as a self-made anything. Let me be clear about that. That's my perspective, and I'm gonna stand on it. And I challenge anybody uh, who says anything other than that. You can't do nothing by yourself. It takes a village. It takes a village. Just because your friends and family or your loved ones didn't help you, that don't mean you were self-made. God just sent somebody else in your path to help you get where you're trying to go. Because you had the right frame of mind, you had the right mindset, you had the right vision, and the right discipline. And then you begin to attract what you need to get the desired goal you want to get accomplished. That's how it works. That's how it works. So that's why it's so important to have the right people around you. Even more important than that, it's vitally important to have the right spouse, the right significant other on your side. I'm speaking from experience and I'm speaking from stats. Now, I'm not a big stat guy. I don't go study. I allow y'all to fact check me. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But if I'm right, take it and run with it. Um, it's a fact that there's more millionaires created in a marital situation. There's more married millionaires than there are single millionaires. Not by a lot, but statistically, there are more married millionaires than there are single millionaires. It is imperative that you have the right person on your side, male or female. If you're a woman chasing your goals and dreams, you need the right man on your side. If you're a man chasing your goals and dreams, you need the right woman on your side. And if you want to be married, it's imperative that you get the right partner, the right spouse to get you to make that union solid, solidified, and uneasily broken. Having the right person changes the game. Changes the game. Does it mean you're not gonna have any arguments? Of course not. It don't mean that. We're gonna fuss and fight all the time. You're gonna fuss and fight all the time. You're gonna have disagreements. You're gonna agree to disagree, and you're gonna probably have some knockdown dragouts verbally. That just comes with the territory. But having the right person means that under no circumstances are they thinking about quitting, or they're thinking about walking away. They're thinking about figuring out how we can fix this and be better. I know as a man, I can only speak from a man's perspective on this. When I'm a visionary, I'm a dreamer. I got big dreams, big visions. And I don't always have the technical skills, administrative skills to get my dreams accomplished. But I've always been fortunate enough to have a good woman on my side to go do the work I wasn't uh, capable or willing to do. When I say willing, I may be overwhelmed, so I would never do it. It would overwhelm me so much that I would never do it. So the things that would frustrate me and overwhelm me, I was always fortunate to have a good woman on my side, always to help me figure it out. Always help me figure it out. It's important to have a good person, your person, if you will, the right person by your side in life general. We look at popularity. We want to be popular. We want to be famous. Some people want to be so famous they don't care about getting screwed in contracts. As long as a gazillion people can see their face on the TV screen, as long as you get a million streams on a million views on YouTube or social media, they don't care about the money. They want to be famous. But fame, if you can parlay fame into fortune, that's one thing. But good character, a good plan of action, the wisdom, structure, to go to fuel your desire, that's more profitable than fame. I don't want to be famous. Unfortunately, I have a calling to speak. I have a calling to speak. I was once a preacher for 10 years. I thought when I walked away from religion, organized religion, I thought that means my gift of speaking was going away. But God said not so, because God ain't tied to the church. We just made him be exclusively to the church. But God is universal. God is non-religious. God speaks to every man, every woman, every animal, every being. God speaks to us all because God made us all. The Most High created everything. So God uses us as he will. And we just, man put religion in place to want to make God exclusively to religion. That's the furthest thing from the truth. I'm still helping people outside of the church. I'm helping church folks, and I'm no longer a part of the church. That's how God uses me still. I'm not bragging or boasting. I'm just saying God's gift is without repentance. You can't take God's gift away. It's born in you. It was in you before you knew you had a calling in your life. And he ain't gonna take it back. If it may lie dormant, and you may try to run from it, but it's still there. I had to realize that. So I'm on camera put my videos on YouTube and social media, Facebook and Instagram and things like that because of my message, because of the message God has put in me. The desire I have to want to see my people succeed. All mankind, but primarily my race. I'm not ashamed of that. I want to see my race succeed because we're the most disenfranchised, we're the most marginalized, we're the most misinformed people on the planet. So I want to see my people succeed. And I'm on video and I'm in the spotlight, if you will, trying to attract my tribe so that we can go to another level. So I can help somebody get out the rat race. So I can help somebody get who's stuck in the mud, who's trying and don't know what to do, can hear the sound of my voice and want to tag along and want me to lend a helping hand and pull them up and pull them out the muck and the mire so they can get on track, so they can win as well. That's why I'm on. No more, no less. I don't care about being popular. I don't care about being a big time influence. I just want to help some real people who hurt, who's hurting and who want to do better, who's sick and tired of sick and tired. As y'all can tell, my message is simple. I'm not that deep. I'm not that intellectual, if you will. The wisdom I have is simple. It's natural, it's simple, and it's organic and it's raw. That's who I am. I'm not gonna change that. I may polish myself up as I go, but I'm cool with that. I want somebody who's tired of the fluff, and just want some real substance. That's who I am. Take it or leave it, like it or love it. That's who I am. I don't make no bones about it, but I celebrate all people who are doing the work to help mankind succeed. We're in the matrix. And so while we're in the matrix, it's imperative if you believe in relationship and you believe in love, then you got to have the right person on your side. You got to have the right person on your side. I know we look at lips, hips, and fingertips. I know we see, physical aesthetics and the physical beauty, and we want to be connected with what's beautiful and what's popular, what's attractive. But man, it's time to start looking at what's between the joker ears instead of what's between their legs. Let's keep it real. It's time to start paying attention to what's between your partner's ears. How she thinking? How he thinking? You know, how's his character like? What's her character like? You know, how's her decision making? Is she a saver? Is she a spender? Do they offset you to make y'all balance together? Or if both of y'all are spenders, is that a good move? If both of y'all are savers, is that a good move? You need somebody who balances you out. Because when you chasing your dreams, you all gas, no brakes. There's no such thing as balance when you're achieving success. As any football player, any athlete, it's very, very off balance. So you need somebody to balance you out. And for the fellas, be clear with this. Man is the head of the house. That's a universal rule. But guess what, fellas? Your woman, she the neck. She the neck. She turned the head. She see what you don't see. She's planning ahead where you ain't thinking about planning that. She see things from around the corner or from down the way that you don't see. When you got the good one, when you got a good one, you got the right one. If you got somebody who just along for the ride, then y'all gonna crash and burn. It ain't gonna be her fault, but it's gonna be your fault because you ain't picked the right one. You need somebody who can help you see what you can't see. You need somebody to call you out and check you when you falling short, or when you a little bit too arrogant, when you get a little too cocky. That correction should come from in the house. Now, whether you receive it or not, that's another story. But the correction should come from in the house. I've been in trucking for 21 years. 21 years. I tried to buy 5 trucks. I financed 5 trucks. And I never paid off any of them but one. And when I was able to pay that one off, I had a good woman on my side who gave me wisdom I didn't know she had about business. She wasn't familiar with trucking at all, but she understood business and administration. She helped me see what I couldn't see. She put me in position with resources that I didn't have, that I wasn't privy to before I met her. Boom, helped me get to the next level. Helped me get to the next level. Uh, when I got with the right woman, finances increased. Got with the right woman, the vision opened up. The visions begin to come to pass. The goals begin to become achievable. When I wrote my first book, this is my first self-published book. I wrote a book before. I just put it together, an ebook, put it out there. Didn't publish nothing. But guess what? It was a good book. It was a good booklet. It was a helpful booklet. Guess how I got it done? A good woman on my side. A good woman on my side who helped me achieve um, a level of success I wouldn't have been able to achieve on my own. Guess what? Man, your boy done did it all. I make vitamins, homemade, out the kitchen, all natural, 100%, no fillers, vitamins, out my kitchen. Uh, I used to do health seminars. I used to be on the radio teaching health and wellness from a biblical perspective. Uh, Learned about alkaline water and began to talk about alkaline water before alkaline water was mainstream. Guess what? I had a good woman on my side who helped me put together my seminars, who helped me put together my illustrations, who helped me promote and market um, my natural health consulting practice. I'm telling you, you can do it on your own, but it won't be as good if you don't have the right help. And the right help should be your significant other. Even if he or she is not capable of doing the things that needs to be done, they should still be there to support you and find the resources that you need. If they're not the resources themselves, they can find the resources that you need. But they still have to be a vital part of the success. If not, a dead weight. That's dead weight. What the Bible say about dead weight? The Bible say lay aside every weight and the sin that so easily besets you. Now I'm not calling your spouse or your significant other sin, but if it's not benefiting you going to the next level, you might want to reevaluate what you got going on. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Love is a beautiful thing. But if you don't choose love wisely, it will make a fool out of you every time. It's important that you have the right spouse on your side when you're building something. You're building something. The foundation got to be solid. When you're building a life, a business, a legacy, a family, you got to have the right partner. I can't say it enough. It's imperative, man. You don't know how important it is to have the right partner until you had the wrong partner and you crashed and burned. You don't know how important it is to have the right partner until you've had the wrong partner and you crash and burn. And trust me, I've been the wrong partner for somebody before too. So I'm not perfect by no stretch of the imagination. When I was emotionally unintelligent, when I was uh, super insecure and emotionally fragile and just will crash out about anything, I drove a good woman shit down there batshit crazy due to my lack of emotional control, emotional intelligence. So I've been on both sides of it. So don't think that I think I'm all that because I'm not. I've been the best for some people and I've been the absolute worst for some people. But as you get older and as you grow and as you mature, you learn from your mistakes. And I'm man enough and transparent enough to put it out there that I have been the best thing since sliced bread to some people, and I've been the worst thing that ever came across somebody's path. I've been both. But evolution is real. Maturity and maturation is real. That's why I talk the way I talk, because I failed a lot. But I've learned from my mistakes. Now I'm in a better place. And I still got a lot more learning to do. I still have a lot more growth and learning and development to do. It's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong journey. This ain't a race that, oh, I got it all figured out. This ain't a 100-meter one time race, get the gold medal, you win. No, this is a marathon. This marathon lasts until you take your last breath. This marathon lasts until you take your last breath. Remember that. So you always striving to be better. You should always striving to be greater. You should always be striving to be successful. And if you're in a relationship, make sure when you're dating, if you already in it and you in it, you got to make the best of it. I'm not telling you to leave your spouse or your significant other, but I'm telling you, if you see flaws and chinks in your armor, I'm telling y'all to go seek counsel. I'm definitely telling you to go seek counsel. And if your partner or your person don't want to go get help with you, go get help by yourself. Go get help by yourself. It's that important. It's that important because your goals and dreams depend on it. Your legacy depends on it. Your family and your future family depend on it. Yes, yes. We create broken homes because we choose the wrong partners. Just because your girl at that time had a fat butt, small waist, pretty smile, big lips, that don't mean she was right for you to build no family with. Just because your man at that time was tall, dark, and handsome, 6-pack abs, pearly white teeth, rocked up, that don't mean he was the right person to start no family with. That just means he looked good. How was his character? You know, how was his character? Think about these things. You know, what was he made? What was his family background? You know, was he a mama's boy? You know what I'm saying? Like, was his daddy there? Now, this don't mean he can't be no good person, but all these things are important. It lets you know where he or she comes from, and it lets you know the dynamic that you got to deal with. And knowing is half the battle. But all you see is physical beauty. You think that's enough. It's not enough. You know what it's enough to do? To make a baby and create a broken home. That's what it's enough to do. And we tired of that. We're trying to change it. We're trying to change that. Because our future depends on it. Our future depends on it. It's important. It's vitally important that we look for the right spouse. I'm an energy person. I'm an energy person. I believe it's just me. I don't know if everybody think like I think, but it's just me. When you and your individual person got good energy and y'all move effortless and seamlessly together, that's a good sign. Does that mean y'all not gonna have a problem? Heck no, it don't mean that you're gonna have a problem, but working your problems out gonna be a lot easier because y'all got good energy as opposed to friction and combustion. You know what I'm saying? And what that good energy means, it's a better chance of unconditional love towards one another. It's a better chance that you will listen to your partner, listen to your spouse when she has a complaint, when he has a complaint, and vice versa. You have a better chance of working your problems out more effortlessly and more smoothly when the energy is right. Because good energy breeds unconditional love, and unmerited favor towards one another. And when you have that towards one another, you can build anything. You can go anywhere. It can really be us against the world. I'm gonna land the plane right there. Remember, having a good spouse is vitally important. Getting married to the right spouse is a cheat code to build wealth, and your chances of becoming a millionaire is far greater with the right spouse in the right marriage than doing it by yourself. Can you do it alone? Yes, you can, but it's that much more challenging when you don't have a good partner on your side. Until next week, this your boy Big Hawk. Thank you for another episode tuning in with me, my Perspective Podcast. Peace.